If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Now, I'm telling y'all, man, this FBG duck case is the case that just keeps on giving. It keeps on giving, right? So now, Kenny Mack, police have released some documents where Kenny Mack, one of the 5 young brothers that's locked up for killing FBG Duck, was texting right after the killing, right? And in these texts, he incriminated himself, and not only that, he might as well incriminated the others as well, right? So in the text message, he's telling somebody, hey, come and get your gun, right? Now, I mean, y'all, I'm telling y'all, look, the man texts the man, tell the man to come and get his gun. The man, like, what you talking about? He tells the man, I'm on duck right now. What does that mean? For those of you who don't know, I'm smoking on duck right now. And a lot of you might say, well, it don't say that in the text log, because I'm finna show y'all the document in a minute. It don't say that hood educated, but just for me being in the hood and stuff like that, these is the terminology. That's some of the terminology that we use. For an example, like somebody might call you or something like that and say, what are you off? And you be like, man, I'm off the Henny right now. I'm off the gin and juice. I'm off the Remy and Martin, right? And you letting them know that's what you, even though you're saying you're off this, but what you're saying is this is what I'm drinking, or this is what I'm drunk off, right? Another thing people say, what are you on, right? All right now, man, I'm on that Dom Perignon, big dog, you know what I'm saying? Man, back in my day, I'm on that old English 800, you know what I mean? I'm on that St. Ives, right? I'm on some of that Purple Mountain Lion and Everest Kush right now. We say what we on, right? And so he letting the brother know, hey, I'm on duck. Dude still baffled. Hey, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? He tells the brother, go look at the news, check the news. The brother couldn't find it, so he sent him the link to the news so that he can see what is he's talking about, right? Now, in this text, he talks about, somebody having $50,000, you know what I'm saying, on duck head and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And he just continue on just, incriminating himself. But the crazy part about all this is this right here, like, you ain't delete the text? Now, I understand they got technology where they can go back into your phone and look at your old texts and stuff like that. And hey, at least make them work, right? But this man did not delete these incriminating texts. And these texts is old. When they caught the O Block 5, right? What was it, like a year later? So you mean to tell me, Kenny Mack, you've been keeping these texts for that long? For that long? And you got them in your phone and you did not erase them? Come on, man. Come on. Now, I'm listen, y'all, like, I'm not for the violence. I'm done with all that in my life. That's beneath me, right? I don't care about all that. But I'm just saying, at some point, man, we got to use some type of intellect, right? Especially when we out here in these streets. We got to use some type of intellect, right? So I can imagine, right? I can imagine the rest of them brothers. I'm talking about Muwap, Carlos, thang, and I know they like, oh man, come on, bruh. Because we got to understand something, y'all. Whenever you get charged with any type of crime and you planning on going to trial, there's a thing called a motion of discovery, right? And in this motion of discovery, everything that the prosecuting attorney has against you that they are going to use to show that you are guilty is in this motion of discovery, right? Let's just say the motion of discovery, for those who don't know, it's a file, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say it's a foul, right? And it's a foul that got everything that the prosecuting attorney is going to use against you to convict you, and they give it to your attorney, right? So that your attorney can present some type of defense of all the evidence that the prosecuting attorney has against you, right? So they give it to your attorney, and this is what happens: your attorney copies everything and then give you a copy of your motion of discovery. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm talking about FBG Duck. I'm talking about the old Block 5, them brothers that did that. They motion of discovery has got to be just the most depressing. And I'm talking about the most, they got to just feel so, I'm talking about low after they get their motion of discovery. Why? Because in the motion of discovery, they got them coming out that building running. They got them, all on the cameras going to the crime scene, coming from the crime scene. You know what else they got on there? They got them pictures with their clothes on, showing that, connecting them to the crime scene and to the building and to the cars. They got the phone. We all love our phones, right? So you got to understand, if they had their phones on, they pinged their phones all the way to downtown where FBG Duck was killed, and pinged their phones all the way back to O Block, time stamped. Like, okay, at approximately 7:55, you was right here on your way downtown. Duck was killed at 8:15. You was right here. After that, we put Duck in the ambulance. Your phone was pinging all the way back to O Block, and you made it back to O Block at 9:15. They got all that. It got to be, I'm talking about that motion of discovery got to be the most depressing. But not only that, though, because they got things like this in the motion of discovery. Check it out.
I want to see y'all fucking this shit right here. I did this shit for a cipher, but we ain't never do it.
Move on from the on with them get back up. If you looking tough, push your shit back, boy.
Do from 63rd, couldn't get back up. Knock a boat out the sky when we spin wrap up. No applause clapped up. Yeah, we had to mask up. Another body that's a plus. Duck a nigga like I'm rock.
Now, as y'all can see, right, that's muwap bragging about the killing of FBG Duck. Dude from 63rd couldn't get back up. What makes him think that the police can't put that together if we can? Everybody know FBG Duck from 63rd and St. Lawrence. Everybody know that. The world know that. People, I ain't never been to 63rd and St. Lawrence, but I know FBG Duck, that's his hood. Never been there a day in my life, but I know that much. So muwap is making a rap song and saying, hey man, dude from 63rd couldn't get back up, right? And somebody can say, well, he could be talking about anybody, man. That just don't mean that. Okay, and you know what? You right. But the prosecuting attorney gonna say he was talking about FBG Duck when he said that. That's what they gonna tell the jury. And the jury gonna say, it's all looking like that, because they gonna put everything together, right? So this my thing right here, y'all. This self-snitching type thing, I'm talking about like want to be known for killing and all that old type of stuff. This is brand new. This is and not only that, it's despicable, right? Because here it is, you go commit a crime, a killing, you go kill somebody, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to go tell everybody, hey, look, I did this killing. I committed this crime. Now, that's why in the hood, they need to be OGs. I mean, elites and board members and, generals and OGs and stuff like that. Why? Let me explain to y'all why, right? Because OGs, they would have taught them, hey, keep your mouth closed. You don't tell nobody nothing about that. You shouldn't even came and told me nothing about that. I don't need to know that. Why you tell me that? And this is just from a hood perspective. OG's gonna let you know, hey, look, check this out. Whenever you commit a crime, be quiet. If I wasn't there, don't tell me about it. If your girlfriend wasn't there, don't tell her about it. If your mama wasn't there, don't tell her about it. The only person that's supposed to know about that crime is you, your co-defendant, and God. That's it. But being that ain't no OGs out there, and these youngsters, they just want the fame and the glory, and they want everybody to know that they killing and then they shooting and stabbing and fighting and all that. They can't wait to tell somebody, hey man, look what I did. Now, this demonstration that I'm about to show y'all is hard to read, right? Because the police or the detective, he's just jotting down everything that he's seeing and that he's reading from Kenny Mac's phone. Check it out. So now, as y'all can see, right? It's hard to read, but if you take your time, you know, you can read it, go back, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to post it on my Patreon, so all my Patreon members, y'all can take y'all time and examine it, right? But as you can see, right, he's telling somebody to come. Who is he talking to, right? When he told that person, hey, come and get your gun. And when he started telling that person about what they did, I wonder who is that person? And I wonder, why ain't he incarcerated? And the reason why I wonder that is because if Kenny Mac used this person's gun to kill FBG Duck, this person right here is just as guilty as Kenny Mac. This is just how the law works. This is just how the law works, right? This is what I want to tell all y'all, right? Before I end this demonstration. Y'all young brothers need to start paying attention and listening, man. A lot of OGs, elites, and board members and you know, big homies and stuff like that be trying to rap with y'all and give y'all some game, right? But y'all young brothers, y'all young and y'all wild and y'all just don't want to listen. Why? Because y'all think y'all know everything. I was there. I was once you. I know. I had brothers, I'm talking about elites, coming to me like, Lord, listen, stop doing this, Lord, do this, do that, do that. And I'm going to be 100 with y'all. Even though I would appear not to listen, I was. I was listening and I was learning. And I'm telling y'all right now, there's not a person on God's green earth that can tell you that hood educated done crossed them, that can tell you that hood educated done told on nobody, or none of that. Why? Because I listened to them at least when they used to break it down to me, when they used to be giving me that game, when they used to tell me things like, look, the only person that's supposed to know about that is you, whoever was with you, and God. Don't, because I made those mistakes as a youngster, running up, hey brother, listen, check this out, man, because things is on my mind. Hey, look, dig this here, woo woo. Hold on, Lord, I ain't supposed to know none of that, Lord. Keep that to yourself. You take that to the grave with you. You deal with, you and Allah got to deal with that right there. You and God got to deal with that right there. I can't. You see what I'm saying? You young brothers need some people to listen to. And stop believing that you know everything. And if you don't if you don't want to listen to some of your big homies or your elites or your board members or your generals or nothing like that, well then listen to some of your mature family members. Some people that can give you some game. Some people that done walk them trenches before you. Some people that done been to the penitentiaries and things like that and wish they can, you know, turn it all around. Listen to them people, man. Just listen to them. And they might say some things that you might not agree with, that you might not like. They might tell you, hey, you need to quit hanging around them. And that's tough for you. You've been knowing these dudes, y'all been kicking it together, y'all been laying down with bros and smoking weed, getting drunk, and you had some of your best experiences with these other men that they're telling you you shouldn't hang around them no more. Ask them why. Tell them, explain it to me. Why shouldn't I hang around these? What's going to be the consequences of me hanging around these dudes? What is the problem with me hanging around these dudes? And when they tell you, accept it. Don't shun them. Don't look at them and be like, this old fool, he don't know what he's talking about, man. No, accept it. Why? Because he done been there. She done been there. They done seen it already. They trying to stop you from the destruction. Because they see where you headed. You headed for destruction, and they trying to stop you like, don't back up, don't. Start listening. Start paying attention. And don't be afraid to change. That's one thing that we hate. We like to keep things the same. Don't be afraid to change. Don't care what they gonna say once you change, because they gonna be mad at you. Listen to me. They are going to be upset at you when you change. But that's okay though. Because when they get mad at you because you change, that's letting you know that you're doing something better than what they doing. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. Before I depart, allow me to give a few shout outs to some of the blessings that I received this week. Let me give a shout out to my special thanks. I got a special thanks from the brother Tyler Jamal for $10. I really appreciate that. I got a special thanks from Shaking the Shy for the $5 super thanks. I really appreciate that. Now let me give a shout out to Dirty Bird, man. Okay, he one of them Dirty South. Okay, $2 cash app. I appreciate that, brother. Let me give a shout out to Big Dog David for the $40 cash app, man. I feel you. I appreciate you, brother. Let me give a shout out to Quad Beats for the $10 cash app. I appreciate that. Let me give a shout out to Anthony Ayrton for the $5 cash app. And let me give a shout out to Lebo 205 for the $7 cash app, right? And let me give a shout out to Demetrius Jones for the $25 cash app. I really appreciate the love and support. If you're feeling generous like these men and women are, man, please hit that cash app or, the Venmo or whatever. Donate to the channel. And if I said anything that caused you to think, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there.